See, friends, I told you it wouldn't take long, and I'm back. Like I said, I just needed a quick break to refill my water, say hi to Marissa, and I'm ready to pop back in. So let's do it. Let's hit it up. September 7th, 3:11 p.m., Detention Center Visitors Room. Hold on one sec. There we go.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not, you stinking lawyer. I hope you die. Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's something I wanted to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard. I don't want to be here. Just in the background. She's scary. Yes, I'm going to be gone tomorrow, by the way. Yes, starting tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be gone. But the next stream for this will indeed be Tuesday. But I'll be back on Monday to stream more of the funny crab game.
So, what is it you wish to ask me then?
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Ha! Got her. Yeah, let's start off with that man. So we got the whole investigation for the rest of this is figuring out who the man she was hanging out with was and what he was doing at the time of the murder. He was just in Vegas last week. Aw, yeah. I know, with the eyes, I can't tell if he's more or less lifeless now. I think in the old version, at least, you could kind of just sort of assume that there's more detail there. But now that we have slightly more detail, it feels less detailed. But yeah, once again, we're going to Vegas to see the Beatles Love Cirque du Soleil, which is no longer going, or is whose last show is Saturday. So we're going to the Friday's show instead. That man. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Oh, so his name is Jose.
No!
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. The wiretap. Yeah, they're tearing down the Mirage. That's exactly right. And I guess they're not going to renew the Beatles show, so. And Marissa is a huge Beatles fan. And we've talked about going for years. But we ran out of time. So we're going tomorrow. Literally, I have tickets for the 9 o'clock showing. Have yourself a good night, Luna. Why did you have a place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds so cold. So criminal.
Yeah, because it was. Tapping people's phones is a crime, Miss May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, huh?
Yes.
Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Your attitude. Say, why are you so angry? So I got you thrown in jail. Whatever, man. I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Oh, that does it. Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer.
Bottom? That's what you came out of that one there, Phoenix? The mystery show? Nice. I've not seen all the Cirques, but I've seen a couple at least. And every Cirque du Soleil show I've seen, I've always had a good time, so. Yeah. Bottom edge, we're stop. Running out of there. I can't tell. Does she have a thing against liars? Or just against me? All right, I don't think we're getting any forward progression out of this.
Hey, guess what? Actually, I really hate your guts. So get lost because, well, I'm not cooperating.
Thanks, I noticed. Guess we're getting out of town. Back to the offices. September 7th, Fay & Co. Law Offices. Looks like forensics is taking the day off today. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. Police really gave this place a working over. I doubt if there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. I don't know. It kind of feels like there is. A pick-me girl, sure. Mia's favorite potted plant. I guess I'll have to water it now. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. She'll never cry at it again. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. The sky is blue, and so am I. Mia's not blue. There's that hotel right across the way. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. All the cases that the chief worked on are filed here. Are some of the files missing? Nah, I'm imagining things. Probably. I'm sure. Anyway. Let's get outie. Grossberg Law Offices. Something's different about this scene, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is. September 7th, Grossberg Law Offices. It is 10:02 p.m. right now for me. Huh. Looks like Grossberg is out today. Again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason? Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting that almost oozed the paint off the wall hanging on that wall? Yeah, it was a painting of fishermen. Wasn't it? It wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. Dang. I know, the globe is just land. The plant moved. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. How about this picture? What's this? Old photos? There are two lying here. Something's been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. DL6 incident, Exhibit B. Let's take a look at these. Let's start with A. I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just one little photo. And it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. Just stealing some stuff, don't mind me. Yoink! A photo lies on the desk. Maybe I should switch it with the one I took. Sure. I think I'll swap them. Photograph added to the court record. This is a fancy-looking man. Mayhaps I will talk to her about the fancy-looking man. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now. Yes. You don't just have spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. I'm not sorry. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. What'd you think about this fella? Have a look at this. Look, I've said several times I'm not telling you. Where did you? Aha! A reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Miss Cooperative. Do you have any proof that was him? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. I don't have any proof. I don't got any proof. I'm going off to the Gatewater Hotel. September 7th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. Oh, welcome, sir. Quite a performance today, if I do say so myself. Hey, Sailor Aura, how you doing? Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that. No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only be helped the Gatewater's rep, as they say. Huh? Rep?
Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where the murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It'll be great for business, sir.
Whoa, Miss May has been charged with murder or nothing.
I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee.
Why do I feel like we're both stuck in this same bad dream? Is September 5th Caesar Salad Day, miss? No, today's the 4th. The 4th of July is also Happy Caesar Salad Day?
So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
Let's chat with the bellhop. About Miss May.
Oh, her, sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said.
Do what? I'm starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. 100th anniversary of the creation of the Caesar salad. Wow. The man with May. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Miss May.
Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy.
If you have a photo of the man, I'm quite sure I could identify him.
A photo? Could you tell me about this hotel?
Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose we add a subtitle.
A subtitle?
The Gatewater Hotel, Murder Manor. Well, what do you think?
Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. In Mexico by an Italian immigrant. Wow. Interesting. Would you happen to recognize this fella in this picture? They exploded Mia now! Take a look at this photo.
That's him, detective.
I'm the lawyer?
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is.
No, I don't.
Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him?
An affidavit? This guy's way too excited about this. Yep.
That's talk show host Caesar Flickerman.
Well, sure, why not?
Yes! I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir. From henceforth, I shall be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Just hurry up and write it. Describes the man who stayed with Miss May at the hotel on the night of the murder. Don't you usually need like I don't know. Who's like an official witness? They have like a special stamp that they can stamp you with things when you sign things to ensure that you were who you say you were. I've always wanted to be one. You know what I'm talking about? Like official documents, you frequently a notary. Thank you. That's exactly right. Not even Miss May can play dumb to this. Bye. Bye. Bellboy's affidavit. Let's see what you think about this. Are we trying to find a murderer? Yes, we are. And we think we have a lead, but we need to find where this man is in the first place. So now we're going to try to force Miss May to tell us who was hanging out with her at the time of the murder. Notary. Correct. Sorry, I just wanted just 1 sec here. Just because the boy is just doing something heckin' silly. There he is. Just passed out on my floor. Like it's no big deal. Don't mind him. Blah. Anyway. Is that right? Yeah, it's good enough. Is the room the coolest in the house? I do think he's a little nervous about the fireworks outside. And so I think he's just hanging out here. It's so cute. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw. Such as the man you checked in with. Who's most definitely this guy. Now I'm getting somewhere. Push her hard. How active is your fireworks in your neighborhood? I mean, I hear a little bit, but nothing too wild. Noise canceling headphones work on dogs. All I've got is the earbuds, so I don't think that'd be a good idea. He's trying to act cool, be a big boy. He's trying to be a big boy. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. Oh! If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Fine. I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes, the man that felt good. It's great to be alive!
Why are you pumping your fists in the air?
Now tell me about the man you were with.
That man? He's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corp.
Red White? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder.
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corp is located? Uh-oh. I told you. Yeah, that's why the stream is named Red, White, and Blue It. Mr. Red White at last. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. Bellboy's affidavit discarded. Wow, that was it, huh? Or French or Dutch. That is also true. Or British. All right. This is getting ridiculous. Where the heck is that loafer? Ah, that old familiar clearing the throat.
You again.
Hello, Mr. Grossberg.
Well, you were quite the thing, my boy.
Excuse me?
The trial.
He was there.
Reminded me of myself when I was a youth.
I guess something got passed down through Mia, maybe?
It brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you say. I apologize. It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I
appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you give me some information. Today's trial. Where's Maya? Detention. Because she's still accused of murder. As the first, but certainly not the last time Maya Fey will be accused of a murder in this series. But yeah, she's gotta, we still gotta actually clear her name first. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, hemorrhoids. But also Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
If you were that worried about it, why didn't you offer to defend her? Why'd you refuse? I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
A right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
He does seem troubled about something. Maybe I can find something that will inspire him to talk. The other day, I'm sure there was a big, pretentious-looking painting on the wall.
Pretentious looking?
Well, you know the one I mean. Anyway, where did it go?
Yes, well, I got rid of it. Got quite tired of the thing, really. I sold it, you see. That's right.
Sold it? I'm not sure I buy that. Is that a selling art joke? Wasn't that painting rather important to you, sir? Did something happen?
I don't see how it's any of your business. Please speak no more of that accursed painting.
What if we present that picture of Red, White, and Blue Corp to him? It was on his desk after all, we stole it. Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph.
Where did you get that? Give it back at once.
Sorry to have taken it without your knowledge. But I have to know, who is this man? He was most likely in April May's room the night of the murder.
What's that you say? Are you quite sure, my boy?
What has him so flustered, I wonder?
I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. I need to be alone.
Huh? He's fallen silent as a stone. A rather large stone. I guess I should return that photo. Photograph returned to Mr. Grossberg. Guess he don't want to talk no more. I'll go tell Blue Corp about it. Hey, that painting looks familiar. September 7th, Blue Corp Incorporated, CEO's office. What's with the surreal decor? Welcome! Please furnish me with the title of your personage. What the? Your name! What's your name? Sorry, I gotta go. Now I gotta go find that clip. This is a very famous thing in the Ace Attorney anime. In the Japanese dub, he would or in the original Japanese, this man would occasionally speak English, and he knew some English.
What's your name? What's... Give me your name! What's your name? America's president da. By the way, what's a murder? Yes, I do! Yes, we can! Never! My rules are... No! Hot! Please da! Please, go with him!
Go with him! What's your name? I just remember that.
What's your name?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Do I know Faster Car? I've heard it once or twice, and now I've heard it play live twice, which is kind of neat. I know, right? Back to 2008. I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by. Wright. Phoenix Wright. Inquirably? Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous! Perhaps I've intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary. What is this guy's problem? I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite. So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged. What a fruitcake. God, that is, I feel like that is a term that has come out of style. Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this. What does he mean by that? No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself? Yipes!
This guy's arrogance meter's off the scale.
Coming from you, right? Yeah.
Get away from my head, stupid sexy Edgeworth.
Heard Chris saying, yeah, I mean, Chris is a musician, to be clear. Straight up. When he's not doing AFMAL recordings, he is off doing ska. He's a big ska head. In fact, I think he's about to go take a trip to a place or to a weekend like getaway in Pennsylvania called Punksylvania, where it's just gonna be one big jam sesh. It's like the gold knuckle, right? Miss May. Miss May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct! She was my secretariat! What a shock it was to hear what she has done! What she has done? You mean the wiretap? Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information for us as part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. It sounds like he's trying to turn Miss May into a scapegoat. Night of the murder. On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room? Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as where I am at the time of murder. My motto is, don't worry, be happy! Still, Mr. White, the hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly. No matter, the bellboy can say what he pleases. He won't say much anymore with no teeth, but I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on that witness stand, although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that. He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? Do they lift the whole world? It's not even that much of a blue statue. It's more of like a marble statue, so it's kind of green on with a red text. It's a little weird, isn't it? It's like it's very much supposed to evoke like Atlas with the world on his back, right? He should have seen the same thing as April May. Oh ho ho ho! The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys, playthings for my amusement. What kind of company is Blue Corp anyway? Ah, excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future. You might say, we are the future. Sell information? In just 10 years, I built this business up into the grand office you see now. In case you were wondering, Blue Corp was named after the color blue. I don't know why it got me on that one. Thank you. I, Red White of Blue Corp, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not? I guess that's it. Chris is troublemaker half bound. To be clear, he plays a troublemaker, but he is a troublemaker. Pepper's vocabulary words aren't actual words. Thank you, Hunter the Golden Guard. There's something that's been bothering me. Yes? What might that be? That big painting on the wall over there. I've seen it before. You know, I've actually seen that painting before. Oh? Just yesterday, actually. Your point being? Here are the follows, by the way. My point is simple. Or rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall? Mr. Wrong, was it? Right. It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you? Or put another way,
What's your name?
A lawyer? No, my feeble friend. A mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch, zippo, nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grody Burger.
What?
No! Go!
He punched me.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away, I welcome it. For 'tis you who'll be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
I don't expect you to understand. It's a world beyond your compensation. Might actually be correct. You came from Grody Burgers, I presume.
Mr. Grossberg's? Yeah.
Then you must ask him, why is it that his painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now, skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss. Biff Tannen mistaking words, totally. All right, I think a more modern example is the CEO. Oh my goodness, the CEO in Glass Onion, who's just throwing words out there that don't mean anything, or at the very least are in the wrong place. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat. Ahem.
Jumping Jehoshaphat! Oh, you.
What's wrong? You look so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him. That much is clear. Bap, bap, bo-do-do-do-do. Who's your favorite actor out of the whole entire Half Mouth crew?
Me.
It's not the question. It's not the answer you're looking for, but too bad. I don't play favorites. We're doing it all again.
So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all...
Yeah.
We already did all this.
Mr. White. So I paid Blue Corp a visit.
Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh, what is it? Well, out with it, my boy.
You see, it's just that big painting. Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it. Today. It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp. Red White's office. I wouldn't say I have a best friend in the Half Mile crew. I have a lot of people that I like hanging out of the group, but Keston and I share a love of roller coasters especially, and so we probably hang out the most with him, and he's just a very good boy, and I like him a lot. Sorry, I just got a comment on my phone for one of my older like YouTube shorts where I did like unboxings. It's just, what is wrong with you? Not a lot of fun in videos. Come on. What is this? What is this?
So you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. You love us. It's not something I can claim to understand, but you and Mr. Wright are lovers, aren't you?
What? My boy!
You sent that painting to him as a sign of undying love.
My boy, please. You're letting your fancies run away with you. Where did you get these bizarre ideas?
I don't understand how you could.
That's because I'm not. We're not. Don't be ridiculous. Though those hands. Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all.
Kiss him!
No!
Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. And hello, Malia Ray. How you doing? I knew it. They are lovers.
No, we're not lovers. Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid.
I did have a wonderful time at VidCon. Thank you for asking.
I've been paying them for 15 years now.
15 years?
All because of the GL6 incident, as you may have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in the defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red White will be nigh on impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years and many delicious calzones.
Trust me, I know. I asked before, but why did you refuse a request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
Right, Mr. Wright. No, I'm sorry.
No, okay, no. The reason for blackmail. But why are you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want to know they were using a medium.
A medium?
I shouldn't have told you that. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
You told White?
He offered me riches. It is embarrassment to me now.
It's that shadow guy. It's that bin of trash friend. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. Hope things are going good. How's it been? How's travel back at the very least? Oh my goodness, look at all these things happening all at the same time. Thank you, Malia Ray, for the 2 months. Get us up with us, chat, please, and thank you for the follows. Trip to A&E. Oh no. Trip back was all right though. That's good. Yeah, I hope you start feeling better. That's a tough business.
Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White had heard about it and he came to me. Only this time the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Okay, that's a good idea. See, how about we do it my way? Well, I think you certainly won, unfortunately, there. All right, see you, Sticks. Thanks for stopping by. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Fay.
Faye!
Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police. And she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
I did all I could do for her. In the end, she cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
Okay, so we're supposed to go back to Mia's law office and see if we can find any information. It's funny. Looking at this room, it seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Maybe in the D for DL6. Let's see if there's any A records in this file. There's A record in this file that catches my eye. Ha! Misty Faye, that's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Read it.
I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words: my mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of 2 men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is...
The record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Guess we'll never know the rest. All the cases the chief ever worked on are in the file. Yeah. Well, let's just keep going. JS. Let's see. J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this. Skim! Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. What? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Cool! Fun!
Air hug.
Leave him. We're done. We're moving on. Time to shove him in Blue Corp's face. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. Here we go. This is the only clue that Mia left me. Hey, Princess Akira, how you doing? I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me how? I found this article in Mia's office. Miss Mia? She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word. White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician.
You blackmailed him.
Blackmail? Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I? What a bizarre accusation, Mr. Wrong. What is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Beep. Secretary's office, hello.
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. Wright. Mr. White. You're wrong, Mr. Wright. White. Brain. Excuse me? What I should be doing now is going after you. Just what are you insinuating? Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it!
Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
Wright, that you? What are you doing calling me in a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor? I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed but could be violent.
What? What man?
Are you even listening? The executioner! The hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man!
What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those.
Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me. Correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. And as was Miss Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you'll be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent. I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Ah, butts! Hairy butts! Right, actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Whatever. Oh, right, sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey. What? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong. Uh-oh. Yeah, we never get paid. September 8th, 3:37 p.m., Detention Center Visitors Room. I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me. And the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea.
Right! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya. Great, they let you out of detention. Conveniently, also talking to me in the visitor's room, because now I'm in detention.
Just now, yeah. It's all thanks to you.
I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean you?
I explained what had happened to Maya. Oh yeah, the art style in this is adorable. They did a good job of trying to bring this up to a human readable standard from the Game Boy Advance was what this was originally on.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well, I was just wondering if we could get back to that. No, it doesn't look like it. That's okay. Cheer me on in court. He can never be satisfied. Well, you could cheer for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Huh? Yeah, like that.
All right, leave it to me.
Huh?
I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms.
Wait.
What?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know when you're on my side. And there really isn't anything you could do for me anyway.
But I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to give it that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece? Okay. Then come to the trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
I think that does it. Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair for myself for this case, with the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him.
To be continued.
And we will continue as such now for at least a little bit longer. 45 minutes on the clock. Let's do it. Kick his butt! Thank you. And then, yeah, whenever we finish this, friends, we will not be playing this again until Tuesday because I'm going to be gone over the weekend, but we will be streaming on Monday. It's just going to be a different game than this, just to be clear. September 9th, 9:52 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today.
Ah, the Phoenix, look!
Lover. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. Wright says today will be the absolute truth. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me.
What, does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying that I'm going to be guilty? End of story?
I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's innocent. If only we had some sort of system in place where we could use evidence and facts to try to ascertain the truth.
We should really come up with that, huh? That seems like a good plan.
All I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth, you've changed.
Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright. But alas.
Phoenix?
Well, court will be starting soon.
What? But wait, you can't just leave me on hanging like this. The defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not...
I'll be defending myself.
What?
Okay, let's do this. You could say they were roommates. That's true. Spirit of justice, where it's like, whatever, man. September 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 1. Edgeworth knows that White's backdoor shenanigans. Truly.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we'll hear the testimony of a witness of the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call its witness.
You are allowed to defend for yourself. But yes, as Montaro mentioned, any lawyer who defends himself is a fool for a client. Just mostly because there's no way you can be impartial to yourself, right? You have too much riding on yourself to be a good advocate of yourself. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Kato-chan said that. Yeah, sure. But it's genuinely a bad idea to ever represent yourself in a court of law. It went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Do it! Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey?
I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court.
Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor.
Great. He gets to show off, and I get nowhere.
I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand.
I mean, just in general, it's a good idea to have somebody who knows law better than you, right? And even if you are a lawyer of a particular thing, maybe you should bring a lawyer in who's of that specialty, right? Just in general, have some professional opinions backed up, just in case you aren't perfectly aligned up on these things. But also, there's kind of a little bit in here that allegedly all of the rest of the lawyers that would otherwise be able to represent him would not, for the life of them, do it. Tiny stream hiccup. Thankfully, I've still not seen a single dropped frame, which again, I think knock heavily on wood, but I think we're okay.
Please state your full name.
You wish to know the title of my personage?
Your name?
Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse?
Name.
These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp.
Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey?
That's true. It was actually Blanco Nino. That would be a negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder,
Correct.
and you witnessed the murder from there.
Why tell you what you already know?
Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing.
Ho, 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 ho.
You are. I hope you've made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix.
Let's see, it was about 9 o'clock, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. Random English to words to sound educated? Yes, absolutely. To play it out once again from the anime, his first introduction to you is...
What's your name?
What's...
Give me your name. What's your name?
Sorry, I will take any excuse to play that over and over again. I do not care. I called Miss May over at once. She too was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. That was from the original Japanese anime. As sound bit. Yeah, sure.
If if things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. I mean, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. I could sneak it in there. It's short. If I haven't gotten in trouble from stealing directly from straight up Gaston, then I probably should be fine for the 3 seconds of that right there. Witness's account. Okay, so it was about 9 o'clock. That's not contested. I was quietly perusifying. I want to know what he was reading. I don't think it'll be useful, but I want to find out anyway. See how I glitter. I used to have a button for that. By window, you mean the one directly across from the Fainco law offices? Correct! That is the only window you see. And there you were reading papers? Correct! The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who had business to do. A bedlam, you heard. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Okay. Yeah. Let's hit this one. Spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? That's it? Come on. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly, like a. I was gonna make a joke that I felt like made perfect sense for Mr. Red White of Blue Corp, but I did not want taken out of context, so I will not continue. Did you know she had been tapping the Faye office phone?
Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand.
I care not. I'll answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Bad quote. See, I knew it.
Please continue.
The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little bit more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende. I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down.
Are you sure?
As you know, I'm always absolutely perfect.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail.
Uh-oh. There's only one bit of testimony from Miss May that survived all of that conversation. But one line stuck out. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. Whoopsie! Wait right there! Mr. White, you've dug your own grave! What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Huh? Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her. It's simple. You're a dummyhead. I think not. I am very smart. I have paper in hand. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Hey, Cunning, how you doing? Don't you find that odd? Huh? Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. I wonder why. It's almost as if he was in the room.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one.
5? What happened, Cunning? Oh no, I'm so sorry. But thank you for hitting the 5. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So did he witness the killing? Wait a second.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Both of them are correct. Both witnesses are telling the truth. For once.
I doubt it.
I snuck in right in the outro. Dang, I'm sorry, Cunning. Well, onwards and upwards. I feel like I'm sure we had this conversation before. Apologies that I'm re-litigating it.
Rather, that does not clear up the contradiction.
There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. Edgeworth, yeah, that's the trick. Edgeworth absolutely does know, though, right? And it's kind of fun that even, like, in future Ace Attorney games, the prosecutor you're going up against doesn't really start to show their hand that they're actually, like, a good guy, but, like, they have to be a bad guy for the sake of, like, everything else going on, or they have bad feelings about something. But immediately Edgeworth is showing off that, like, okay, you know what, the thing I hate more than anything else is just bad people, and he wants to put them down. And he knows that Red White's bad. I also assume he doesn't like being told what to do by, like, the chief prosecutor.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Ta-da! K for killer. This is where he was. Look! When the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear she ran to the left.
Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Uh-huh.
Order! I will have order! Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion!
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor.
Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched.
Ho 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 ho! You provided us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I've been unclear, and for this, I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more?
Very well, let's...
God, his voice changes every time he talks. I'm so sorry.
Let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy. Red White, he just needs Blue in there. No. He is the CEO of Blue Corp. To be clear. She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer?
That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yeah, Your Honor.
You bet.
All right, here we go. Yeah, if you guys haven't figured it out already, there's a pretty obvious flaw in his testimony here, based on stuff we dealt with in the first day of the trial here. She ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. However, died from a blow by a blunt object. A blow. Whoops. Mr. White, the blunt object. Hey, Miss April May earlier was talking about how nobody wanted to talk to her because she was in such a dank place. Friend of mock trial contest was Lauren actually called the judge dude. Uh-oh. The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were absolutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Even though it is trademarked by Blue Corp. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I'd like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice!
Don't let him get away!
Very well. I will always listen to the mob. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White?
Oh, okay. Boy, the wind has been knocked out of this man's sails. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment, I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you attacked her, but she dodged, yes. And then she turned and ran to the door. And then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap.
Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see. My tummy hurt. Real bad, and I'm being brave about it, but I'd like not to be anymore, please.
Deal with it.
No. But my stomach. This is almost over. The two accounts. I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. What thing? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? The glass light stand. Right, the one that had been falling over at the scene.
Phoenix, wasn't something about that strike you was odd?
Very odd. I don't remember, but sure. Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad.
Witness will revise his testimony.
Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Let's look into we haven't touched the glass shards yet. The broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. You couldn't have known that was a light stand unless you've seen it before. Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Ugh. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me, exactly when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question. Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. There would be no problemo, right? Nah, man, big problemo. There's a big problemo. I mean, problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this right, this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred? Correct. That is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand.
Rebel stand?
What? Why couldn't he? Do you have proof?
I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over. Floor plan. Let's take a look at it. You can see the bottom of the light stand is right here. And so it presumably when it was tipped up, it was in the very corner of the room. The window only sees this much of the room. Uh-oh. Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you'd be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area.
Uh-oh.
Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So, when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fey Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Got him. Got he.
Mr. White?
Mr. White. You did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor, Miss Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict. Uh-oh.
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What?
Ugh, I forgot about Edgeworth. Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now,
What?
I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap?
Uh-oh.
The order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this.
Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain.
I really don't like the way this is headed.
As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Fay.
This is absolutely leading the witness. Yep.
What does that have to do with...
Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct?
Correct. You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Oh boy.
Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gladly, Your Honor.
Nah, we tossed the affidavit, unfortunately.
Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer.
I see.
However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place.
That'd be fun, CMIs, yeah.
When he went to place the wiretap, he could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is.
You just want to play this game? You absolutely should. Because even if you're watching me play this right now, there are, 12 games in the series? And I will not restream all of them. I'm not going to get all the way to Dual Destinies and things again, because it wasn't that long ago that we played those. But yeah, play through the original trilogy, then play through the Apollo Justice trilogy, and then play through the Miles Edgeworth Investigations trilogy, or duology. Double pair game is good. It is good. At one point in the interview, lawyer interviews a whale and a bird. It's true.
Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping.
Leave it to me. Posture check. I feel faint. The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. Excellent time for wiretapping season. I'd entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
So you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you're able to identify what had fallen over? By the sound?
Correct! That is right.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
Yeah, what am I supposed to do now?
Good luck, Phoenix.
All right, I didn't pay attention well enough. I just read it. I didn't actually take it in. Beginning of September, week before the murder, I'd entered the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That's when I saw this glass light stand. That's it, huh? Let's press on the wiretap.
Why did you tap Mia's phone?
Irrelevant.
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor.
Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to provide client confidentiality. I don't know if that's true eventually when you indeed committed a crime.
Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beautacious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember this one. Oh, I think I remember. It's such a specific thing, but I'm not sure if I can do anything about it yet because I can't look at the evidence that I need to look at. Wiretap found in Miss May's hotel room. That's the whole beginning and end of it, unfortunately. There's nothing else in there. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep pressing him. Do you have any proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Huh. Right. Just going to press every bit. Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Miss May?
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Cole offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Fay & Cole offices.
Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo!
I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright.
No, I know how this thing ends now that I think about it. This game sometimes does this where there actually isn't a correct answer and you just have to let it run out the clock. And then you'll be given another chance. It's kind of weird, but yeah, sometimes the answer is that there's nothing there, which is pretty silly. I'll let you know though if I need help. Thank you though.
The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright? Are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Phoenix.
Huh?
Phoenix, over here.
I know that voice. Mia? What? Never give up, Phoenix. Mia? Oops. Where am I? Mamma mia. The waiting lobby? I'd like to object, Your Honor. The victim's right here. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. What? Oh, you're finally awake. Gah! Out again. Hey, Phoenix! Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. She's not wearing her usual attire. She's... What? You're... Maya? Didn't you know the Fae women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia. That's right. I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But... We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh? You have the receipt in the court record, right? Oh, yeah, the one you wrote Maya on? Phoenix, White wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt. The front? See, this is the sort of thing where we couldn't have done anything before now. What did you think there was, Cherry, by the way, out of curiosity? You're allowed to say. It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa! Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go.
I think the court's about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it.
Right. Receipt updated in the court record. I think what we'll do, by the way, I know it's getting late here, friends. We will just finish this court case because we're getting close. And, but I know I'm going to be gone for a while. So I think at this point it would be silly to try and not finish the case tonight. So buckle in, buckaroos. We're finishing this and throwing Mr. Red, White, and Blue Corp in jail. September 9th, 1:16 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 1.
That man fainted after a woman suddenly grew 3 inches. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Have you seen this before, Ben, by the way? Have you seen the Ace Attorney series? Because I love this thing to death. Again, to be clear, friends, this is not my first time playing this game. But I haven't played it in 8 years. So it has been, things are gonna slip through the old brain here and there. But regardless, it is such a fun high drama that it's so goofy. By the way, a bit of trash. Do you go by your actual name or Ben on the internets?
I don't think I've ever talked to you on the internet before.
Ben or Amy. Got it. Cool.
Is the defendant, rather, are you all right, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then let's start where we left off.
Your Honor, there is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished.
Thank you much, Sailor Aurora, for gifting a sub to Ben. That's quite kind.
Get those sympathize chat, please, and thank you.
All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial's more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter?
I say, let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Well, yeah, if you haven't ever experienced the series before, highly recommend playing it yourself because it's so good and it's like on everything. You can play it on your phone, you play it on your Switch, you can play it on PC, you can play it on I don't know if it's on PlayStation or Xbox, but I mean, you got the other ones, it's fine. But if that doesn't sound appealing to you, I'm going to play through the trilogy on stream for the next 3 months. And then we're going to go play the Edgeworth, or the 2 games that Edgeworth gets on his own, because that's what I'm doing this all for. Is the first Edgeworth game came out in the States, but the second one never did. But now they've got an official translation, and I want to go play that. So that's what we're gonna do. I've only ever played the fan translation, and even though they will change the names, which I'll be a little sad about, because one of my boys who, to this day, my regulars believe is the best voice I ever did for any character ever. His name has changed away from the best, unfortunately.
Sebastian the Best.
The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
Was it really?
Maybe this is another thing that you kind of run into sometimes in the game where you're trying to figure out. I have seen it, Montaro, yes, or I've heard it at least, but I forget it in the current moment. Sometimes in this game, you know the answer, but you don't necessarily know where to put it. I think this is when I saw the glass light stand. You couldn't have seen it because of the information on this receipt seems correct. So I'm going to try this first. If the music stops, it means we win. Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
You're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
The other side?
Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder.
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered the Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you? No, it's impossible. Yeah, he wrote that in the victim's blood, no less. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you.
Actually, I feel pretty good.
But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then that is all for the trial of...
Uh-oh. Oh, he's got something cooking. Let him cook.
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright.
Wait, what? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh, wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth.
There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter.
Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
Nuh-uh.
Well, that's compelling enough for me. One more day.
If anyone's going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence.
I see. Objection denied.
What?
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
No, there's no telling what'll happen if I don't hit on this now!
Edgeworth is sure to come up with, or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud.
Mia? What's this?
Memo received from Mia. A list of people's names in Mia's handwriting. Your Honor, if I may,
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
I'm being accused of murder.
Fair enough. Go on.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. Maya's cell phone. How about Mia's memo here? Yeah, this one's kind of weird because like they don't really they don't really give you any credit on this one, right? It's always like for the last couple bits here, it's like Mia helps. Mia helps. Mia helps. Which I guess at least sets up this idea that like because you kind of push Maya a little bit in later parts of the game because you're like, oh my God, she helped me out so much. You have to bring her back. Bring her back, Maya. I need her so bad. This is gonna be the original first trial. Gotcha. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
you've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense.
More than you know, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that.
Well, this court finds the defense.
Sorry to stretch.
Rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Yay! Woo! Man's going to jail because we blackmailed him.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
And like, you know, just desserts. Poetic justice and all that, but still, like, it does feel a little weird. September 9th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again. But congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae.
You're also right. It's true. There was no, like, incriminating evidence. It was just, say this or I'm going to ruin your life. I think the concept there is that if that information got out, that people would make his life misery, which they do in this game from time to time. Like, actually, admitting to murder would probably be a blessing because if other people found out you've been tattling, kind of thing. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side.
I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live.
As long as you live. Huh.
My time here is running out.
Huh?
Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long.
What? No, there's still so much to say.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Chief!
I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9 o'clock?
The office?
I'll see you later.
Chief Mia! September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Faye & Co. law offices. Being here, it's hard not to think about that night.
You came!
Mia?
I was kind of worried you might not.
Huh? Of course I came.
Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger?
Mia?
You should see your face!
Mia?
What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Mia's dead, remember? 3 days ago. Anyway, burgers.
Maya?
What, did I look like my sister?
Look like you were her.
I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you?
Maya, why are you here?
Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me.
Take care of, huh?
She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you.
Nick?
You know what this means? We're partners.
Using the Phoenix subtitle uses the English names, but replaces the other names like ramen with burgers. Yep, but they still say ramen aloud. Oh no. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. You just have to wait for your boss to die and then you inherit the law firm. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Aw, look how cute that is.
Good luck, Phoenix.
What? Huh? Huh?
Always be here, watching.
Is that a threat?
Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it.
Huh? Do what?
Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting.
Oh, okay. Wait up. The end. We actually almost perfectly 3 hours on that stream. That's pretty good. And just like that, friends, we have finished episode 2 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. When I return on Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will get into episode 3, Turnabout Samurai, and our very first showing of this, but certainly not the last, of the Steel Samurai, and an absolute bop of a tune that we'll hear soon enough. But that is a story for another time. I thank you all so much for hanging out with us here tonight, friends. I do appreciate you deciding to spend your evening here. A lot of you decided to really stick around for this one, which I very much appreciate. We'll be blasting through these games and we're having a good time with it, right? 9:30. Yeah, you know how this works.